NBA YoungBoy, Baton Rouge's very own. The man that was able to put 4 albums in the hot Billboard 200. The man that you couldn't go on social media without seeing anybody's post with comments under it stating YB's better. To understand how NBA YoungBoy got here, we have to go back and we have to look at all the charges that he's been able to rack up throughout the years. And it starts all the way back in 2014 when NBA YoungBoy was just 15 years old and he was caught committing robbery. He was sentenced to 6 months in juvenile detention center in Los Angeles, which is when he wrote and later released his debut mixtape, Life Before Fame. But it wasn't long until 2016 when NBA YoungBoy was caught up on attempted murder charges because supposedly Baton Rouge Police Department thought he fired a gun into a crowd, but he would then plead guilty to those charges in exchange for reduced timing, which he then just served 9 months behind bars for that, and then he ended up coming home at 17 years old and releasing the track Untouchable. Now this track Untouchable would take NBA YoungBoy's career to the next level, and he continued to make music as he no longer had to worry about turning to the streets to try to bring in any more cash. But even though NBA YoungBoy wasn't in the streets no more, he still couldn't stay out of trouble. And in 2018, before a concert at the Moon nightclub in Tallahassee, Florida, NBA YoungBoy was arrested for committing assault, weapon violations, and kidnapping after hotel surveillance showed him assaulting his then girlfriend, Jania Jackson. But he was then later released on a $75,000 bail, which then a judge ordered him to pay a $1,500 fine and serve 12 months of probation. Damn, man. Now listen, that boy NBA YoungBoy didn't have any luck, man. And either or he would try to stay out of trouble, or it seems like trouble will find him. Because in 2019, that boy NBA YoungBoy was in Sunny Isles, Florida, which listen, man, Sunny Isles, Florida, you only hear the birds chirping and the beautiful woman walking around, nice breeze. But listen, man, NBA YoungBoy, his goons and the ops would intoxicate the air with that gun smoke at midday after NBA YoungBoy ran into some ops and they started firing them shots back. Hold up, let me hit him with it. NBA YoungBoy, his security guards, and the ops would get into a shootout, would then get his girlfriend injured by some shots, which ended up hitting her ultimately in her leg, none life-threatening, thank God. But NBA YoungBoy would get into a shootout with these goons, and the cops would later pull up and arrest 2 individuals. And they would also lock up NBA YoungBoy for violating probation, and he was also with 2 guys that he wasn't supposed to be by because the judge ordered him not to. So NBA YoungBoy would then serve 90 days in jail for violating his probation. And things didn't end there, man, because in September of 2020, a major drug bust led to 16 arrests, including that of NBA YoungBoy on charges of distributing and manufacturing of drugs and possession of stolen firearms. His lawyer, however, stated via the Rolling Stone that NBA YoungBoy is not guilty of any crimes. There's nothing in the report that indicates that he did anything wrong. They arrested several people and there was no indication that he had any guns or drugs on him at the time of the arrest. Now, if you guys don't remember, this was back in Baton Rouge when NBA YoungBoy was seen in the music video holding a whole bunch of blickies with them green lasers, man, letting them ops know, man, they ready to go at any given time. I'll show you guys some pictures where you can see him here. NBA YoungBoy is seen taking pictures with fans while he's still holding them sticks, if you know what I'm saying. NBA YoungBoy was in his hood, and trust me, man, he was shooting a music video and he wasn't trying to get caught up lacking at all. So NBA YoungBoy was taken behind bars, but he was then later released in March of 2021, pending other sentencing and trials that he had to go to. But upon being released, NBA YoungBoy will flee the state of Louisiana and head out to Los Angeles, California. And I gotta be honest, this is where things started getting kind of loopy for NBA YoungBoy. Now, later on in 2021 in October, NBA YoungBoy would decide to go on a spin in one of his cars that were registered under him while also having a federal warrant out for his arrest. NBA YoungBoy would then be out cruising when a cop decided to pull behind him and run his plates and find out that NBA YoungBoy, or the person that card was registered to, had a federal warrant out for their arrest. So the LA Police Department initiated a pullover, but Mr. NBA YoungBoy wasn't trying to stop, and he put the Los Angeles Police Department through a chase through LA. He would then later on ditch the car and flee on foot, which later on the cops had to call up a couple K9 units, and they found that boy NBA YoungBoy hiding under a shack. And upon checking NBA YoungBoy's car, they found out that boy NBA YoungBoy had a blicky. And again, violating his probation, on the run. Oh my God, NBA YoungBoy just doesn't stop. It's just charges on charges on charges. Now NBA YoungBoy after this posted a $1.5 million bail and was later released. But you guys gotta remember, the original reason why he got locked up in the first place and why the cops even pulled him over was because he had a federal warrant from the 2020 gun case that he got caught up with the blickies in the music video. So his legal team put together a plan where they would present it to the judge and try to convince the judge that they would force NBA YoungBoy to move out to Utah in the middle of nowhere and hire 24-hour security to watch over him while he serves his house arrest, pending the results of this 2020 gun case that he had in Baton Rouge. Now, after so many years, I would have thought, okay, NBA YoungBoy by now probably learned his lesson. So him moving out to Utah to stay out of trouble and stay out the way, hiring 24-hour security to watch over him, making sure that nothing happens to him might be the best thing for him. But it wasn't until April of 2024 where the feds would again knock NBA YoungBoy's doors down. And this time, it wasn't good. Because this time, they came knocking his door down for things that could potentially put NBA YoungBoy behind bars for the rest of his life. Because racked up with all these other charges that he's been able to find himself in throughout the last couple of years, and now getting hit with a whole bunch of charges beginning with identity fraud, obtaining a prescription under false parentheses, forgery, possession of a dangerous weapon by a restricted person, engaging in a pattern of unlawful activities, and possession of a controlled substance. NBA YoungBoy was doing the unthinkable. Him and 3 others linked to the case are accused of traveling to nearby pharmacies to pick up prescription for pills that had been filled on bogus orders from people pretending to be real doctors. So NBA YoungBoy would fill out fake prescriptions and send his boys out to a local pharmacy to pick up a whole bunch of yerkies and lean for him and his goons. Now the problem is that NBA YoungBoy will use real doctor's name but fill out fake prescription and was finessing the pharmacies out in Utah. Yeah, the pharmacies. He was out here finessing the pharmacies in the worst state. Man, listen, man. Do you guys know how Utah operates? Listen, man, if you ever go to a Utah liquor store, it ain't regular people that are selling you the liquor. It's the police department. Just to put it in better perspective, the Utah state is on lockdown by the police department. There's no crimes going down over there. And NBA YoungBoy thought that he would pull up and finesse all the pharmacies for unlimited yerkies and lean. Now the crazy part is that this picture that I'm gonna show you guys right here was the main picture that got NBA YoungBoy caught up. Because when the feds took a look at this picture and they zoomed into it, you can clearly see NBA YoungBoy laid down on the floor with a prescription bottle that has a name of some random patients. And if you ask me, I don't know why NBA YoungBoy would decide to take such a picture while he's still under federal investigation and on probation, and he also has other charges pending. It just makes no sense, man. And this is just the results of that. When you're on hardcore drugs, you just don't even think right. You just do dumb-ish. Now fast forward to August of 2024. We're here where NBA YoungBoy has now pleaded guilty to the charges of Baton Rouge when he was shooting the music video in 2020, which he now faces 10 years behind bars for those charges. He's now awaiting sentencing, and we'll let you guys know how much time he's actually gonna do on that. But for now, he's still gonna sit behind bars pending the results of this case that he got caught up in Utah of him filling out fake prescriptions to obtain yerkies and lean. And I'm telling you guys right now, combined with this gun case that he's already facing 10 years on, and also combined with all these other charges that NBA YoungBoy has been able to rack up throughout the years since he was 15 years old, it's gonna come all to hit him over the head now. Because I'm telling you right now that this judge in Utah, when he looks at NBA YoungBoy's rap sheet, together with all these new charges that he's accumulated, he's gonna make a great example of what will happen to any other rappers or anybody else that tries to come to Utah to try to pull off these strings, man. They gonna let NBA YoungBoy know this ain't LA and this ain't Baton Rouge, my boy. This is Utah, and you're gonna be held to the full extent of the law. It's sad, but NBA YoungBoy threw away his whole career for the simple fact that he didn't make smart decisions. You guys let me know what you think of this whole situation down in the comments down below. Do you guys think that NBA YoungBoy will get another chance? Or do you guys think that NBA YoungBoy is possibly done and probably won't see the light of day again? You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.